Hi everyone, I'm Stephen 老师
I'm Minnie.
And today's date is February 5th and we're going to continue with Business English on page 12.
那今天呢是2月5号，那我们呢要进到14页。
The title is still being transferred and now we're on dialogue B and now the dialogue is between Robert and Colleen.
那一样是商用英文的主题，然后我们要讲的是调职。那今天呢对话的人是 Robert 跟 Colleen。So
Robert is helping Colleen settle in at her new office.
那 Robert 呢正在帮科林适应他新的这个办公室。
Right, so what is settle in? That's a phrasal verb, okay? So you see two preposition words next to each other, in and at, right?
Yeah.
But don't be confused by that. Settle in is a phrasal verb. They belong together, and what it means is helping somebody feel comfortable in a space or get familiar with a space.
那 settle in 它是一个片语，意思就是帮助某人适应。那这边 in 跟 at 加在一起，不要混淆咯。settle in 是跟 settle 在一起的。
Let's start the dialogue.
那我们就开始咯。
Robert starts the dialogue saying, Welcome, Colleen.
那 Robert 呢，他就说欢迎科林。
Okay, it's great to have you here.
有你的加入真是太棒了。
Right, so it is saying the situation of Colleen arriving. So it's great to have you here is a very, very nice way in American culture to be like, to make someone feel really welcome. It's great to have you here.
那 It's great to have you here 这句话在美国的文化里面它其实蛮常用的，就是一个让别人会很舒服的进到这个环境的一个开门的一个欢迎句。
And that's actually a big difference between, I think, Western culture and Eastern culture. I think in Western countries, when someone first joins a company or if someone just came to a party or a social gathering, we're very, very, very welcoming right up front. But I think sometimes in Asian countries especially, people are a little bit more shy, a little more reserved.
慢熟。
Yeah, so if you go to an American company or you're an American social gathering, don't be surprised if people come up to you, give you a hug, they welcome you right away. So that's just a cultural difference.
那在中西方文化有点小小差异哦。那个西方文化他们是非常热情的，然后很快就表达热情，但是东方文化可能会稍微内敛一点，稍微害羞一点，可能比较慢熟。所以如果你到一个美商公司的话，如果别人很热情的招待你，不要觉得奇怪哦。
Exactly. Especially in Asian countries, 很多人很怕装熟, right? But in Western countries, everyone likes to 装熟. That's part of the culture. So it's totally different culture, so just be used to it.
Okay.
All right, so Colleen then says, Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Colin 就说谢谢你，我很开心来到这儿。
Robert then says, I know you were here not too long ago, but I'll still give you a quick tour of our floor.
那 Robert 就说我知道你不久以前才来过这里，但是我还是要快速的带你参观一下我们这层楼。
Right, so not too long ago, so 不久以前, right? So I know you were here not too long ago. Okay, but I'll still give you, 我还是给你 a quick tour of our floor. 有一点押韵, huh? It rhymes a little bit. So a floor is basically, like the floor that their office is on. 那个楼，那一层楼, okay? So the quick tour is basically showing somebody like each room or showing this new person like where like the coffee is, where the restrooms are. That's a quick tour.
那在这边 quick tour 它其实就是一个快速参观，告诉你说这个 layout 到底是怎么样啊，厕所在哪里啊，然后那个饮料区在哪里这样。
Exactly. First things first, I'll show you where your new office is.
最重要的第一件事就是我要告诉你你的新办公室在哪里。
So first things first is actually something we often say in English when we have a lot of things to do. And then the most important one that we want to say of this whole list, we'll say first things first, and then we'll start with that.
那 first things first 这个字啊，在英文里面蛮常用，尤其是如果你有一张 to do list 超长一个，那我们就会把首要最重要的那个，我们就会用 first things first 来先特别指出来。
In English, I'll show you where your new office is. It means like I'll take you to your new office and let you see it. So that's what it means by I'll show you.
所以在这边呢，用 I'll show you 它其实就是我会带你去让你看，有带跟那个看的那个意思。
Okay. An office, actually the whole place is an office, right? But actually a lot of times in English when we say your office, we mean like your little office space.
办公桌。
Right this way.
Right this way, 跟我来。
All right, so right this way, it might seem a little strange for some people, but it just means follow me.
Yes.
Okay, right this way.
Follow
this,
me.
走这个方向就对了，这个意思。So Colleen then says, wow, this is great.
Wow, 太棒了。
This is saying, this whole situation, or maybe even this office, right? It's bigger than my old space, and it has a great view.
比我之前的办公室还要大，还有很棒的视野。
So do you hear now she says old space. So she's talking about her former office space. So old here doesn't mean 老旧, okay? It means 前一个, okay? Former, F-O-R-M-E-R, which means your previous one, okay?
所以在这边 old space 不是指老旧，然后是指他之前的办公室、办公桌。
And it has a great view. That means that maybe it's right next to the window and she can see a great scene of Chicago.
那在这边呢，就代表说，我们就可以推断说，他的座位可能在窗户旁边，所以他可以看到芝加哥很棒的风景。
I like it here already.
我已经爱上这里了。
Right, that was really fast, right?
Yeah.
So already this adverb, I just want to make the point that you can actually put it in front of like as well. I already like it here. Both of these are perfectly acceptable in English.
那 already 有两个位置可以放，一个就是在这边的句尾，另外一个就是在一般动词前。
So Robert, he knows that Colleen is really impressed already. So he says, just wait till you see the kitchen.
那在这边 Robert 知道他已经对这个公司这个环境印象很好，所以他就说等你看过厨房之后再这么说吧。
So this is something we say in English too, to kind of give people like the feeling that something even better is coming up. Oh, just wait till you see the kitchen. 那个语调它也会比较往下一点点。
所以在这边呢，它就是有一点铺陈的概念，就是让你期待下一个你会看到的东西。
We just got it redone last month so that there's more space.
我们上个月才翻修过，所以空间变得很大。
Right. So redone, it means that they redid it. So they maybe they took apart the old one and they added whole new equipment. They maybe added a new refrigerator. So that's what it means by redone.
那在这边 redone 其实就是翻修，他们可能把旧的拆掉，把新的放进去。Can I use renovate?
Yeah, renovate is actually a word I was about to say. So renovate is spelled R-E-N-O-V-A-T-E. And what does renovate mean?
Renovate means 更新
Yeah.
Same thing.
The same exact thing. It's the same thing. So you can say we just got it renovated last month, or you can say we just got it redone last month. Both of these mean the same exact thing.
所以 redone, renovate 两个都可以用哦。
Okay, so why do they do it? So that there's more space. And more space, the space here means 空间, 对不对? And in previous sentence, Colleen, when she said my old space, she was talking about her old office space.
所以在这边的 space 真的是空间。那上一句我们的 old space 那个 space 指的是他的办公空间。
Okay, and Colleen says, that sounds great.
听起来棒极了。
Okay, let's take a short break.
Okay.
After the quick tour, Robert briefs Colleen on her agenda for her first day.
简短的导览之后 Robert 呢就向 Colin 概述他一天的待办事项。
Right, so brief, this, if it's an adjective, it means quickly, right? But as a verb, it actually means to inform someone thoroughly on what they have to do.
那在这边 brief 如果是形容词的话，应该是 quick， 就是快速的。那在这边动词的话，就代表它概述、简短的说明。
Right, and then the word that we usually use after brief is brief someone on something. Okay, so make sure you have the on after that. So what is he briefing Colleen on? On her agenda for her first day. An agenda is a list of items to be discussed, especially during business.
那 brief 后面通常会用介系词 on。那在这边 agenda 其实就是待办事项，就代表他有一个清单，他需要去做的一些事。
Robert says, now that you know where to find everything, let me tell you what we have planned for today.
既然你已经对环境有所认识了，让我来告诉你我们今天的计划有哪些。
Right, so this is just another way to say now that you know where everything is. But where to find everything is just a cute way to say now you know where everything is.
那在这边呢 where to find everything 其实就是 everything is 就是你知道所有事情都在哪里了，都已经知道他们的位置了，那他是用一个比较轻松的方法来讲这件事情。
And he says what we have planned for today. So remember, after you use the word plan, the word for is usually after that as well.
那用计划 plan 这个字后面通常会接介系词 for。
Calling this says, I'm excited to get started.
我等不及要上工了。
Right. So in English, don't feel, kind of shy to kind of express yourself, right? So a lot of times when I hear people that are learning English, they're too scared or they feel it's really awkward to kind of have emotions. And maybe they'll say what Colleen just said, like, I'm excited to get started.
Yay.
It doesn't sound excited at all. You have to really be like, I'm excited to get started. So in English, the intonations, we fly everywhere. We're up, we're down, we're everywhere. So you try to play around with the English language.
那在这边呢，老师有特别提到，英文里面它有很多字是表达情绪的，就像这个 excited， 或者是我们之前提过 amazing。讲的时候，你不要觉得害羞，不要觉得那个抑扬顿挫好像很别扭，其实有那些抑扬顿挫才是让你英文变得更到底的关键。
Robert then says, first, you'll meet with Kathleen in Human Resources.
首先，你要先去找人力资源部门的 Kathleen， 有一些表格需要你仔细的阅读。
The first thing I want to say is Kathleen might be a very hard word for a lot of people to say. You just have to make sure for the TH, your tongue has to come out, and then lean, your tongue is still out, and you把那个舌头往内收. So Kathleen. Yeah, it's a very difficult word. So here he says, you'll meet with Kathleen. What is meet with someone? That usually means that you're going to meet them. Yes, you're going to跟他们见面, but also you're going to talk and have a conversation with them. That's what meet with means.
Meet with 就是见面，然后会有一些对话这一类的动作产生，我们就用 meet with 这个字。
So human resources, it's a department that deals with hiring people, administration work, training staff, and also firing people. So HR is the way that we usually call them, just to make it shorter. So people sometimes can be very scared of HR in the company.
所以呢，这个 human resources 它其实就是人力资源部门，我们说 HR 部门就是这个部门，那它就是负责雇用人啊，或者是总管理处啊，甚至是解雇人也在这边，然后还有培训人才。
There are some forms you need to go over.
那有一些表格需要你仔细阅读。
Right, so 表格 is form, right? Forms. And need to go over, another way to say that is review, R-E-V-I-E-W. There are some forms you need to review.
那在这边呢 form 就是表格，那 need to go over 其实就是 review， 也就是你需要去再回去看过一次，也就是仔细阅读的意思。
So Colleen then says, of course.
当然啊。
I figured my first day would involve a bit of paperwork.
我有想到第一天会需要做一些文书作业。
Right, so figure here, it means calculated or you thought, okay? You knew this was going to happen. I figured my first day would involve means to include a bit of paperwork. And paperwork is any kind of thing like, filling out forms or just any kind of things that involve a lot of writing things down.
那这边 figure 它其实就是有想到的意思，就是你有 think of， 你有去想到说会发生什么事。那 involve 它又有忙于参与的意思，所以 paperwork 在这里指的可能就是一些你要填的表格，或者你要进来这个公司的注意事项等等的一些文书的作业。
And here, a bit of paperwork, it's another way to say a little bit of paperwork, but we often take out little.
那 a bit 又是 a little bit， 你们可能比较常听过，那 little 这边是可以省略的。
Robert then says, yes, but it shouldn't take all day.
Robert 就说是的，但这应该不会占据你一天的时间。
Right, take all day 就是占据一整天的时间的意思, right? After you're done with that, I'll introduce you to Mona.
那在你这边结束之后呢，我会介绍你跟 Mona 认识。
就介绍 in English to someone, 我们会讲 introduce you to someone, okay? So introduce A to B. Don't forget to have the word to.
所以介绍某人给某人就是 introduce A to B to 要特别注意。
And after you're done with that is talking about all the paperwork. She'll fill you in on how things are run.
他呢会详细告诉你工作的流程。
So fill in someone is trying to say that she'll tell you all the information you need to know.
所以 fill in 人就代表我提供一些情报情况给某人。
How things are run? Oh, are they actually running? 在跑步吗？不是，是经营。That's right. So when you say that the office, this is how we run things here. 就是我们就在这里，我们就是这样子去经营事情的。Okay? You two will be working on the same team, so you'll be interacting a lot.
你们俩属于同一个团队，所以你们有相当多的互动。
Right, so interact is 互动, right? So working together. They're always going to be maybe on the same projects. They're going to be doing the same jobs together. So they have to make sure they get along. Then Colleen says, all right.
好哦。
All right, Robert says, you won't meet Eric, the project supervisor, until Wednesday.
周三之前你不会见到专案主管 Eric.
Okay, so here he could have just said you won't meet Eric until Wednesday, but because right now Colleen doesn't know who Eric is, that's why he had to add the project supervisor after Eric.
所以在这边有看到2个逗号中间的 project supervisor， 这叫同位语的用法。把中间同位语拿掉，其实这个句子也是完整的，但同位语就是补充说明谁是 Eric.
Right, and then when he's saying it's going to be a time before this happens, we'll use the word until. So until Wednesday.
那在什么时间之前，我们可以用 until 直到周三，你才会看到它的意思。
Right, so who is a supervisor? A supervisor is someone who supervises a person or a team. And supervise, this word, it means they have to overlook or they have to make sure you're doing your job. It's that person that we all kind of love and also hate in a company, 就是主管, right?
Yeah, that's a very good definition.
Right, yeah. If you have a love-hate relationship with supervisors.
又爱又恨就是你的主管。
They're just a love-hate relationship, okay? He's working remotely today and tomorrow.
那他今天和明天都是远端工作。That's
Right.
cool.
Yeah, so I think supervisors usually have a lot more freedom, right? So remotely here, like you said, it means to be without physical contact, like from a distance. Okay?
那 remote 这个字就是你可能没有实际上接触到这个人，那是远端或者是有一点距离的去接触。
And here it's an adverb.
在这边的话是副词。
When he's back in the office, you two will meet to talk about your assignment.
那当他回到办公室的时候，你们将会面对面讨论你们被分配的工作。
Right, so a lot of times when someone's not in the office, we'll
Yeah.
say he's not in. Okay, 他不在的意思. Okay, so back in the office 就是他回来 office. You two will meet to talk about your assignment. So what is an assignment? An assignment is the things that you have to do. Okay, your tasks. Task is T-A-S-K.
TSK 那 assignment 呢，其实它就可以用 task 这个字，也就是被指派分配到的工作。
And then Colleen says, sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
听起来不错，我很期待。She's definitely new.
Yeah, she's definitely new. But you have to make sure when you first join a company that you're ready to do anything,
True.
right? So I'm looking forward to it is another way to say I can't wait.
I can't wait or I expect something, right?
Then Robert says, there won't be too much on your plate for today. So just take it easy and get to know everyone.
今天你负责的事情不会太多，所以就放轻松，然后去认识大家吧。
So on your plate, it's things that you have to deal with, okay? So sometimes if I'm too busy, I'll say, oh, I have so much on my plate. And then everyone will know, oh, he's very, very busy.
那 on your plate 意思就是代表你要负责的代办事项或负责的事情很多，不是真的在盘子上，指的就是你要负责的事情很多的意思。
Exactly. And then when he says just take it easy, he means just relax. And get to know everyone means go and talk to people, socialize, get to know, become friends with your coworkers.
那 get it easy 呢，其实就是代表叫你 relax， 叫你放轻松。那 get to know everyone 其实就是叫你多去交际啊，多去认识人的意思。
Then Colleen says, thanks. I'm ready to start the next chapter of my life here.
谢谢你，我已经准备好在这里展开人生的下一个章节或一个阶段了。
Right, and that's just a way that we say that we're excited about what's coming, like the new things that will happen in our lives.
Yes.
All right, so let's do the review section.
Okay.
All right, so when you say you're settling in a new place, what does that mean?
Means that you 适应这个环境。
All right, and someone gives you a quick tour of their office.
快速的带你参观。
And if you're doing some new work on an old space, you're redoing that place, right?
翻修。
And also another word we learned is
Renovate.
Okay? And if someone is briefing you on the agenda, what does that mean?
简要的概述。
Don't forget to have the word on after brief, okay?
Agenda 是待办事项。
And who is human resources at a company?
人力资源部门。
Don't forget you can say HR as well. And if you say I figured, what does that mean?
我想到。
我想也是。And then when something involves a lot of paperwork, what does that mean?
必须要忙于或要参与要做很多的文书作业。
Right. And then if you are new to a place and someone is filling you in on the information there, what does that mean?
向你提供一些情况资讯。
Right. Don't forget the word in after fill, okay? Who is the supervisor that we love and hate?
我们的主管。
Right. And he might have to work remotely from the office. What does that mean?
远端不进办公室。
And he has to give you a lot of assignments.
被分配很多工作。
Right? And if you're really busy, you might say, I have so much on my plate. What is on my plate?
我负责的事情很多。
Right. And then what is the next chapter of your
人生
life?
的下一个章节。
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us in today. 我是 Steven 老师。
我是 Minnie。
See you guys next time.
拜拜。
Bye.